Alright, hey guys, I have another installment of my thoughts on a weapon series, and I'm just going to start the series back up because it's a really fun one to do, and I get to explain my thoughts and my rants and my praises, well, maybe not praises, but my likes for a weapon. So, I'm kicking it off with the ZN6 Prototype here, and I have a screenshot here with stats. You can see it's the last primary weapon you unlock in Modern Combat 3 at rank 70, I am pretty sure. So, or 71. No, I'm 70, I'm pretty sure. So as you can see, it's got a decent amount of damage for, most of the primaries have a damage within the 4, 5, or 6 bar range there. You can see the accuracy is unparalleled. It's the ZN6 and the ACM that are up there. The fire rate itself is super high. It's not the lightest weapon, but it's pretty light. And it's got some pretty nasty range for an assault rifle, especially with that kind of accuracy. So it's all around a good weapon in those situations. And you can see here my class setup with this weapon. I primarily use grip and extended mags because I don't feel FMJ makes too much of a difference with this gun. You're going to understand as I get to the gameplay part. And I use just the normal perks with the stun grenade, a ZXD with an ACOG scope. Alright, so here's the gameplay part of the commentary and my thoughts on the ZN6. So, I'm just gonna, I'm not gonna make this sound better than it is. I do not like this weapon. It's not a gun that I would ever make a class for other than to have fun with and not even try. Like you can just see here, I know, as I just said, the accuracy on this weapon is very good, but I just don't get the feel of it. And I know I used to love it because I used to love the feel. I do like the sounds of it, and I know that sounds weird, but it's just the way it is. And you can see right there, I didn't even know who to go for, but that wasn't the weapon's fault. But I do like the reload time, which is a very nice, feature, whatever you want to say, but, stupid hacker. It is a really nice thing to have a good, reload speed on a weapon, and, this gun definitely has that. You'll see me reload here pretty quickly. Takes, 1 second probably, let's see, 1 Mississippi, yeah. Like, it's a little longer than 1 Mississippi, but when you reload cancel with your sprint, it takes less than that. So, the damage, it seems, well, from the stats, you'd think it's a decently powered weapon, but it really doesn't feel like it has too much power. But where it really does shine would be the headshots, and that's because of the accuracy. And, here, all these gay noobs calling in bombers. But, this weapon does have a really good, it doesn't have much recoil. And I think the reason this gun is the last gun in the game is because it's a prototype. It's not even a real gun. So Gameloft was able to design their own gun without even considering the actual principles of a real weapon that doesn't have very much recoil, has an insane amount of range, and a good amount of damage. It's not very likely in real life or with all the other guns because they're legitimate weapons in real life. And I think that was why they wanted to do this, is because it was the last weapon you unlock and they wanted to give you a good option. But it's just not an ideal weapon to use. And shoot it here, I didn't even know what to do. Just, well, for me it isn't. But the thing is, what I don't understand is it's such a popular weapon. You see it all the time in kill feeds, but you feel like just noobs use it, even though you have to be rank 70 to get it. There are plenty of rank 70 noobs out there and above. I've played with third prestige people who just suck balls, but it's like, it looks newbie in the kill feed when you use it, and I know a lot of people do enjoy this weapon, but I just don't get it. I mean, I end up doing decently in this gameplay with it, but I don't know why you'd choose this gun over the OPS or the UMP or even the ACM. I mean, the ACM just, I don't know. One thing about this gun is I feel like I like guns that you can actually feel and hear them firing. I don't know if that really makes sense, but you can't even feel like the ACM's firing. It just feels like the bullets are just slipping out of it, if that makes sense. I don't know if anybody else is like this, but it's just a weird deal. And I know I haven't even got much content in here, but with detachments you want to use, I would highly suggest grip, just because, one, the accuracy is already great, but if you want, I'm not kidding, there is, I am tempted to say almost no recoil when you add grip to this weapon, and it's somewhere close to zero recoil. And another than the reason I have extended mags is because, yeah, it's not a very high-powered weapon, and it's decent, but it isn't as powerful as OPS would be or something like that. And to that you might say, oh, well then add FMJ. But FMJ isn't going to always get it done when you have a big group of people. You're going to want to dial in headshots with your grip, and then use the rest of your ammo to pick up another person. And I know it could be interpreted either way, FMJ to extended mags, and when I started the game, I used extended mags because I use an excessive amount of ammo, because my aiming wasn't as good. And now that it's a lot better, I'm starting to use FMJ, just because now that my aim's better, I might as well get even more damage in with as little bullets fired as possible. So on most of my classes, you'll see I use FMJ. But for some reason, with the ZN6, I always felt it was necessary to throw extended mags right on there. And even Purple said in my last video, he's like, you switched from extended mags to FMJ, and it's pretty interchangeable, actually. There goes my bomber. But it's pretty interchangeable, and depends on your taste and what you prefer and what kind of situations you normally run into. If you're not the kind of run and gun guy who runs right into a spawn, you're most likely gonna want FMJ, because you're gonna get into more one-on-one encounters rather than full-on things like this right here, where extended mags really comes in handy. Say I only have 2 bullets left, and I wouldn't have been able to pick off that final kill if it weren't for my extended mags. So it's all preference, it's all playing style, but if you're, like I said, if you're just a more passive player that stays back most of the game and just kind of picks people off left and right, but not exactly runs into the spawn, then I do suggest FMJ, because you're going to need that extra bullet or 2 bullets of damage or whatever FMJ adds. And I don't know how that bomber got me, that was gay. But you're going to need that. That's actually going to be beneficial to you. But if you, like I said, if you run into spawns like I do all the time, you're going to want extended mags, because it's going to offer those extra 15 or whatever it is. It's like an extra 25% clip increase. Something around there, I'm not quite sure. 30%? It might be. I don't know. So, let me think. ZN6 is 30, 15. Yeah, it's about a 30% increase. So, oh geez, no, it isn't. It's like a 50% increase. Holy cow. Yeah, it is, because, never mind, I'm sorry. Doing math in my head. It's like you actually get 50% bullet increase usually in a clip. So, that's not bad. But anyway, guys, that's kind of wrapping up this commentary. Like I said, I'm not really a huge fan of this weapon. It's fun to use in pubs every once in a while, but man, I do not take this weapon seriously, and I kind of am baffled by the people who do and actually perform with it. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Please go check out the SDK YouTube channel I mentioned in my last video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you later. Peace out.